the Cossack Lunge. So for this, I like to use a mat just because it makes it easier on my heel on the floor. If you're doing this on carpet or with shoes on, you should be fine. So what you want to do is set up nice and wide with the legs. Now, just to demonstrate the movement first, what you're going to be doing is one toe lifts up, you sink down to the other side where you feel a stretch through your groin and your hips, and then you stand up, legs together, and you would go into the other side. Now, the main things that I see people do wrong with this is they stand too close together. If you stand really close together, what's going to happen is you're going to get this hip poking out to the side kind of situation, and it's going to feel really awkward. So you want to go relatively wide. Now, if you go too wide for your mobility, you're going to feel like you can't even move. You'll be like, oh, and that's it. Oh, that's it. So you don't want to go so wide that you can't even move altogether. You want to have your feet, and play around with this as well to find the spot. Have your feet in a distance where you can still sink down without getting that hip popping out to the side kind of effect, like that, okay? Another thing is you always want the toe to come up. If I keep my foot flat, it makes a bit of a different stretch to the groin, which isn't a bad thing, but we really want to just get the toe elevated so that we can hit more of the hamstring and focus on getting low into the movement, okay? So eventually the Cossack Lunge, you sit onto the floor. So the goal is depth. We're trying to get really deep. So what it looks like, I sit down as low as I possibly can, I stand up, and then I go to the other side. Now, there is a fair bit of forward lean in the body. It's not trying to stay up really tall like this. As I go to one side, I'm actually leaning quite far forward with my torso, and then I bring the hips forward as I stand up again, okay? So don't rush the side section. This part is where you're going to get all of the stretch, so take your time here. Strong, come out. Don't worry too much about the middle. It's the side sections that has the most benefit, so you want to really sink deep into those stretching areas. Now let's say that's feeling good and you want to advance it. You would get a weight, you hold it at your chest like this, and then it's exactly the same movement side to side, okay? Keeping it at your chest in the center. One last thing actually that people do wrong as well is they lean across like this. You're not leaning side to side, you're staying directly in the center with your torso, and your hips and your legs are just going side to side, okay? So that is the Cossack Lunge.